Good morning, everyone. So I just got done last night watching Trapped. I had such high hopes for this movie. The trailers actually looked good, and I was like, this is an interesting concept. It's about this guy who takes his daughter to see this pop star, kind of like a Taylor Swift type thing. And it's revealed that, somehow the police and FBI find out that the butcher, who is this guy, is going to be at the concert tonight, and they're locked down the whole stadium and they're checking everyone's background and everything like that to try and find the suspect. And there's only obviously because it's like a teenage girl like concert, there's only like 3,000 men, so they're just like taking each guy one by one, trying to interview these guys. So anyway, the whole movie's about him trying to escape this concert without being detected with his daughter while trying to keep his cover at the same time. Very interesting concept, and the trailers make it seem like he's going to do whatever it takes to try and escape. And this movie's garbage. It is so bad, so bad. One, I had hopes for M. Night Shyamalan because he's been kind of on a roll with these kind of movies. So I'm like, okay, he's been on the roll. Worst case scenario, maybe, I'll like maybe 60% of this movie, maybe 70%. This movie's awful. The acting is so bad. And not to mention, what is with him in close-up shots constantly? Never do you ever see anybody having a conversation. In movies, how it'll have a shot over someone's head while they're talking to somebody and they're talking back. It's just a common sense shot that you have. It's not that hard. Every movie does it except M. Night Shyamalan. It's like his actors are so bad, and all he does is he puts a camera in front of them. Here's an example. They say that the butcher's here. The butcher? This whole thing is a trap for him. Like, seriously, can you not make a movie with two people in the same frame at all? It's like, I can understand if you had like a really popular actor and it was it's like, oh, I only had him for these days, so I had to shoot it this way. Okay, whatever. But it's like, these are nobodies. And then it's the whole movie spends at this concert, and this girl, like, they're doing like full music videos in this movie. And I'm like, really? You're going to go through another 5-minute song of this girl on stage? And I'm like, why are they focusing on the singer so much? I can't figure it out. This is so annoying. So she ends up having a prominent role towards the end. But again, close-up shot, close-up shot, close-up shot, anytime people are talking. And then I was looking at the girl. And I said, she kind of looks like M. Night Shyamalan. Is this his daughter? It's like, so like Grace is laughing at me because she agrees it's awful. Like, she thinks this movie's horrendous. And I'm sitting there on my phone during the movie looking up this girl, and I can't remember what her name is, but anyway, I find it funny how if you look her up, M. Night Shyamalan, like her last name isn't Shyamalan. It doesn't even say it. And if you look up her parents, sure enough, her father's M. Night Shyamalan. This whole movie is an advertisement for his daughter, showing the world that she can sing. Now, mind you, I don't think she's a bad actress. I didn't think her acting was that bad. I mean, the movie, everyone's acting's kind of bad, but I mean, hers is okay. But the thing I'm mad about is the fact that this whole movie is literally an advertisement for his daughter. It didn't click in my head till halfway through the movie. I didn't want to look anything up about this movie. I wanted to keep my expectations at the door. This movie's horrendous. It is so bad. So many things go wrong in this movie where it's just logic. Like, for instance, everyone knows he's the butcher, basically. He's trying to escape. He's in this limousine, and he's driving it. And the car is surrounded by a couple hundred people because they think this popular singer's in the car. And when the FBI shows up, they surround the car, and then they're like, get out of the car, get out of the car. But then somehow he escapes. Somehow he escapes super quickly. And it's ridiculous that it's just like comical how fast he was able to. How did you get out of that car being surrounded by a bunch of FBI agents and somehow get out of the car without anybody noticing? No one noticed you getting out of the car. That's just ridiculous to me. Secondly, when they're surrounding the stadium and checking people, the FBI are wearing FBI coats inside a stadium, walking around. I don't know about you guys. If I was at a concert and I saw a crap ton of FBI agents, I'm leaving because something bad is going on if you have FBI agents everywhere. I feel like if the FBI was there, they would not be wearing FBI jackets. They'd be wearing like police jackets or something, not to cause a panic in the stadium. I'd be panicking if I saw the FBI at a stadium. I would be very concerned, like a bomb threat or something. I would be so concerned if I saw FBI agents. So throughout the entire movie, FBI agents are walking around the stadium and no one's panicking. No one's asking questions. It's like, are you kidding me? I'd be asking questions. I probably wouldn't even be asking questions. I'd be like, we're leaving. If the FBI are here, there's something bad going on. So like that was my other critique. And then after they arrest the guy at the end, they handcuff him forward like this, and not to mention his arms are like this, like they're not even like long chains, so he's got a lot of maneuverability. And then they put him in the back of this truck by himself, and they just don't do anything about it. They just put him in by himself, and they're like, okay, that's good enough. They don't even lock him down. Like, typically, they, like, lock you down inside the truck, too. No, they're like, that's good enough. And, at the end, he's got this little lockpick thing, and he undoes it. Not to mention, also, when he's getting arrested, so he confronts his wife, so it's revealed that his wife had her suspicions and was the one that, like, tipped the police off. After the police, trap him because his wife kind of knew that he was going to come back and try and kill her, they're like, oh, okay, we'll bring your children home now. And as he's like leaving, the police are dropping off the children at the same time. It's like, no one would drop these kids off the same time that their father's getting arrested. Are you insane? And it was just so that him and his daughter could like have a moment. And she like runs up. She's like, Dad. And the police are like, oh, no, it's okay. Let them hug. This guy is a murderer. And it's like, no, they would not let his daughter just run up and give him a hug or anything like that. So, and then also, when he was also being arrested, he's like, oh, hold on, let me fix this bike. And they're like, okay, let him fix this bike real quick as he's handcuffed. And then, he pretends he's just like lifting it up off the ground because he got OCD. But then, at the end, because he was messing with the bike, he broke off a piece of metal so he could pick his lock at the end. It's like none of these FBI agents or cops would do that. They would just be like, no, and throw him right in the truck. So this movie has so many logical problems. And not to mention, it's a giant advertisement for M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, which, that's just so stupid. I guarantee you, probably a good 45 minutes, maybe an hour of this movie is the concert of her singing full songs. And it's literally just him so the songs are playing, it's just him scoping around, looking at police, inspecting people, scoping around, looking at police. So it's just literally just a giant advertisement for M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. That's my rant. This movie's awful. It should have been better. It wouldn't have been that hard to make this movie better, but M. Night Shyamalan just proves he's a crappy director. I've never been so mad in my entire life about a movie as simple as this. This movie could have been so much simpler and better. That's my rant. Don't see this movie. It's garbage.
It's a trap!